No need to forget. And while you're sleeping, try to make you're my daughter.
Gentlemen, I'm here to tell you the news is indeed fake. If you are born as an introvert or as a short or an ugly man, you still have chance. How do I know this? Because I've traveled to over 50 countries in the world, and in every single country, the data in front of my eyes has proven me wrong. In where ugly, short, broke, introverted, bitchy, sluggish men can and do get attractive women out of their league. And you can only do so if you optimize on your competence, which is point number 5. But what we're gonna do now is focus on becoming an attractive man, and only and always focus on what you can control. This mindset alone will take you from a complacent 4 to an optimizing 6. And therefore ongoing 7, 8. If you're a 4 and you're short and you're ugly and you think you can become a 10, then I'm here to break your heart. You can't. But you can focus on everything that you can affect to become the most attractive man that you can. And if you do it to a high ability, to a proper ability, you will be able to attract any woman that you want and every woman that you want through these basic and simple categories. First and foremost, hygiene. The amount of guys complaining to me about not being able to get a woman and they can't even use a fucking toothbrush is traumatizing. Learn how to take care of your basic hygiene. Please invest in a good perfume. I personally recommend a lot of Tom Ford's range. It's my personal go-to. I'm not telling you my one because that's for me and me only in the whole world. No one else have it. It's an exclusive deal that Mr. Ford sent me himself. That is an untrue story. However, smelling good is one of the small, simple, and categorically improving factors you can do right now. You can do it right now. You can literally pause this video, go off, search something in the internet, go and order a perfume to your house. It's gonna cost you $200. You can get cheap, good perfumes, but generally speaking, just go get a Tom Ford, $200, bang, bounce. Okay, you're instantly at somewhat more attractive. The second thing, and I put this in the hygiene section because for me, this is hygiene. Looking like I take care of myself as a man is as important as looking physically attractive or capable. So these 6 abs that you see here, okay, 4, let's call them 4.5. These 4.5 abs that you see here, right now, declare to a woman instantly, I take care of myself. I take myself seriously. I take my diet seriously. Equally, I can take care of you. I have some form of discipline and routine. I have some form of quality of life. I value my life somewhat. So will this land you a Hollywood wife? No. But will it tell a girl and display certain messages about your life? 100%. Smell good and start to eat good. When you eat better food, your body optimizes better in every category, in your energy, in your appearance, in your hygiene, in your skin, in your bodily function, in what you're able to do, and in what you're able to present. So eating good is one of the most integral parts and aspects of your hygiene. As well as, and I've put in there self-care. So let's go over self-care really quickly. The important thing about self-care for me is it's not like you need to sit there and pamper yourself for hours in a day. It's more so specifically looking in yourself in the mirror and taking care of the things that you need to take care of. I'm gonna give you a great example. I bite my nails. I bite and I pick my nails. Every other aspect of my life is at an optimal quality. But I bite my nails, I pick my nails a bit. Is that gonna be a deal breaker with a woman? No, never. Because I'm such an attractive man in every other aspect of my life. I've optimized so well, and that is such a fragmented part of that. However, if you are sitting at home now, you are short, you are fat, and you're sitting there biting your nails, women are gonna perceive it differently. And I wanna come to the camera to tell you a personal story of mine. The personal story is I have a twitch, and a lot of you at home will know I have a twitch where I do this basically, and look like a bit of a spastic. And I always display to people, if you saw a crackhead on the streets of LA, on the side of the road, with a fucking needle hanging out his arm, twitching like this, what would you think? You'd think he's a weirdo, you'd think he's a freak, you think he's deranged. I want to tell you a personal story that in the last 3 or 4 years, every single woman that has noticed my twitch has called it cute. Now for me, it's all feminine. I don't like to be called cute. You're cute, okay, whatever. What I'm saying is, how something about you is perceived depends on how you present. So where I'm confident and attractive and outgoing, and I don't invite insecurity or discomfort, where I invite comfort, stoicism, confidence, assertiveness, people now judge something that categorically is not attractive. Someone blinking like this, no one can sit here and tell me it's attractive. Categorically. However, girls like it about me. Why? Because they like me. And sorry to sound like a narcissistic piece of shit, but when girls like you, they will start to love everything about you if you can convince them that you are a capable and competent man for them. And here's how we're doing that, essentially. Number 2 is grooming. For me, something important about grooming is that you're aligned. I can't tell every man to shave this way or to get his hair cut in this direction. But what I can say is way too many guys are walking around lives with mullets and unserious haircuts. And I'm a hypocrite because up to 5 months ago, 4 months ago, I had a long ponytail. And my complete and utter reason for not cutting that off was I had no idea what it would look like without it. I then did it, and pretty much the day after I did it, went to every single one of my friends and even my ex-girlfriend and shouted at them for not telling me to do it sooner and not telling me that I look like a fucking female. So slightly hypocritical, but nevertheless very important. Since my hair has been exited off my head, the value of females that instantly are attracted to me is much higher. I could still attain them quality of females before, but now the process has become much easier because I present in an aligned fashion. I present as someone who's serious, who's mature, who's aligned. So start presenting and aligning your grooming, your beard structure, your hairstyle, how you leave the house in a manner which screams, I am this guy that I want to be. And if you're struggling to align, then I say a great task to do is ask yourself who you want to be in 2-3 years. Ask yourself the man you want to be in 2-3 years, and then everything you do from now up to then should align with that person that you want to be. There's no time for fun and wasting time. If you already see them 2-3 years, you want to be this man, start to achieve that day in, day out. Confidence is the next one, and there is 3 pillars of confidence. One which is competence, which we're gonna dive deeper into in a bit at the end of the video. So for now, we'll just talk about the first 2 pillars, which are self-trust and experience. And I've done many videos on how to maintain and optimize your confidence levels, so we'll go through it really, really briefly. Self-trust is how much you trust yourself. How many times a day do you tell yourself you're gonna do something and do it? How often do you keep your word to yourself? How capable are you to look in the mirror and go, you really do what you say? You have high levels of integrity. You work hard. You do what you say you're going to do. You present and portray the man you should be. That is self-trust. That's the amount of trust one will have in yourself, in oneself. Experience is another aspect and a pillar to confidence. How many times you're doing something. So with experience, I would just say put yourself outside your comfort zone. Do. A lot of action. Take an incredible amount of action, and you will naturally become a more confident person through the general aspect of having more life experience. Number 4 is energy. And there are 3 questions I want you to ask yourself when it comes to your energy. Number 1 is your environment. What kind of energy do you allow inside of your environment? And are you ignorant to the fact that will have a direct correlation on your own energy? Meaning, if you allow friends that complain, girls that bitch, too much time around feminine energy, If you allow that into your environment, if you allow your environment to be messy, to be chaotic, to be unorganized, you can expect the same results to relay off of you. You will become a messy person. You will become an unorganized person. You will become a bitchy person. You will become a complacent person because your mind adapts to your environment. When you normalize certain things to your brain, if you normalize female bitching, you're gonna get a girlfriend one day and all she's gonna do is bitch to you and you're gonna be like, yeah, this is just normal. No, it's not. My girlfriend never, ever, ever bitches to me, ever, ever. So it's not normal. Calories, kcal, I've put here. Very simple. Everything in life is energy. If I move my hand from here to here, it's energy. When I speak to you, it's energy. It's sound energy, it's kinetic energy. Every single thing that's happening here, the camera filming is via energy. Your eyes moving around this video, everything is via energy. Energy is not some spiritual motion that means you don't believe in God and you believe in fucking Reiki massages. It's quite a simplistic scientific fact that energy exists in all form. Therefore, the direct energy that you consume via food, that literally fuels your body to breathe, move, and survive, is gonna have an impact on how you're able to portray your energy. Are you gonna be positive? Are you gonna be healthy? Are you gonna be good? Are you gonna have an abundance of it? An abundance of healthy energy comes from an abundance of healthy foods that you put into your system. Start to take control of the calculation when the equal is directly correlated to the A, B, and C. If you can take care of the A, B, and C, the equal will be much more calculated in your favor. And then finally, your mindset. For me, it's one that I find a lot of people falling down on. The negative mindset, the limiting belief mindset, the complacent mindset. Start to push your mindset in a fashion where always focus on what you can control. Be optimistic, be positive, look at the cup half full. Finally, competence. Remember guys, this is becoming an attractive man. This is everything that you can do, no matter who you are. Whether you're a 5-foot Mexican fat guy or a 7-foot Russian skinny bastard. Every one of you can do all of these 5 things to optimize your level of attraction and therefore push further and integrate more success into your dating life. 5 is competence, and I've simply written here, do better. Do better, I mean, start to become competent at things. Girls are attracted primarily to competence. I heard a story once on social media about no matter how shit a band is, no matter how bad of an arena that a band is playing in, whether it's a local pub or the O2 Arena, they're always gonna get shagged. They're always gonna get laid by one girl in the crowd because they are showing competence in that scenario. So whether that to you needs to be financially, whether you look at these things, and I'm not even saying, by the way, if you're a 5 or a 6 out of 10 and you're looking at all of these things going, yeah, I can do that, and I can also make a lot of money, do it, great. Are girls attracted to finances? Yes. Why? Because it's a sign of competence, and usually a man that can make money displays some form of confidence. But massively competent. Girls are attracted to men who can do, and who can do successfully. So if it's learn how to play the fucking guitar, or become a good dancer, or become a good communicator. You can be a competent communicator. You could be a competent social media influencer. Whatever it is you want to be competent at, it's gonna attract women in one sense or another. The more you can become competent at, the more abundance you can create within competence and within the volume of things you're actually competent in, even better. Right now, what am I competent in? I'm competent in keeping a healthy lifestyle. I'm competent in discipline. I'm competent in communication. I'm competent in building a business. I'm competent in being confident in my word. I'm competent at fucking writing, even though it's some terrible handwriting. You literally just need to optimize your area of competence. What can you do? What can't you do? What can you practice to become better? Can you fight? Can you box? Can you play sport? Can you lift heavy? Can you sing? Can you read? I don't care what it is you do, but start to do better. Do better, do more things. Become an interesting person. Become a competent person. So now when you do things, have a competitive edge. Don't just turn up at the gym and go, oh yeah, do good at it, be good at it. Be a good, competent man in every area of your life, and you will attract women, especially when you set the foundations in hygiene, grooming, confidence, and energy. If you get all of these 5 right, and right now, currently sitting there, you're a 5 out of 10, and you optimize all of these, immediately you become an 8, and when you're an 8 out of 10 as a guy, you can get any woman you want through the simple art of conversation and communication. So start to take action, and if you want any of these to be explained to you more elaborately, or have personal guidance and mentorship by me, Diego Day, a man who has achieved competence not only in all of these things, but also in the art of seduction, womanese, learning the language of women, and how to successfully date and attract women at the highest optimization, then there is a link in this description to book a call with me, one-to-one, where you'll be qualified on if you are ready or not ready to invest. If you are not ready to invest, this is not an opportunity for you. But if you are ready to financially invest in the betterment of your life and your competence and ability within your dating life, then click on the link, book a call, and speak directly face-to-face with me for free with a financial investment ready into your mentorship.